We're good? We're on. Folks, welcome to Rab's Country Lanes. I'm Joe Cal, my co-host Joe Bruno. Gisette, take it away.
Today is a special episode of This Week in the Draft League. Weekend edition. Saturday, sunny day. USBC Clash of Champions said, come on down and let's talk about this tournament. So, Joe came up to me and said, hey Joe,
Let's do it.
Want to go down? I said, let's do it.
Let's do
Anything to promote our sport.
Greatest game in the world. I mean, 1 and 1A with golf, but bowling gets a little bit of an edge.
That's truth right there.
Yep.
This is my good friend, Joe Cal. He's
No,
also known as
no,
Brooklyn's own
That's right.
and Staten Island's own.
That's right.
And we are here
We
for
are
a
here.
little weekend stuff. I want to bring in a special guest real quick. The proprietor of Rab's Country Lanes here on Highland Boulevard, Staten Island, Mr. Frank Wilkinson. Come on in,
Come on
Frank.
in, Frank. We're going to do this real quick. You want to follow it?
Oh, yeah. We have an audience today.
Yes,
we
we do.
We're not
You
used
do.
to that.
We are crowded today. And we figured you could give the bowling fans a little overview of what they're about to see today.
What's going to happen?
So today's event kicks off the 2019 Men's and Women's Championship
Okay.
tournaments. And so we've invited the all events champions from the youth events and the adult events from last year. So they're going to come compete against each other. Adults, the 3 adults are going to bowl against each other. 3 youth are going to bowl against each other. Winner of each match is going to bowl against each other for the title, bragging rights, and a $250 prize. Scholarship awarded to the youth bowler, of course.
Yep.
But it's for fun. But again, kicks off our championship events that start off today.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I'm bowling on Team Draft League Incorporated today at 1 o'clock with Tony the Hound Dog Everett,
Oh, wow.
Michael Giovinazzo, and Rob D'Onofrio. We were
I like
supposed to
that
bowl on
team.
March 3rd, but due to a scheduling conflict with one of my teammates, won't mention who, we have to bowl today. But anyway, this whole thing today is the brainchild of Chuck Curriazzo, right?
It is.
Okay.
So they are the trophy is named after Chuck.
Yep.
And so they're gonna bowl. The championship tournaments start today, run tomorrow through March 3rd.
Through March 3rd.
So men's and women's,
Yes.
we want everybody to come down and compete. But today,
Yes.
this is about them.
This is about them today.
And I think you're bringing them on up.
We're going to bring them on up. One of our young bowlers, Jason Wisnovich, the little lefty, shot 277 today, his first game. I said, you might want to save it because you're bowling against some heavy hitters here today, so you might want to slow your roll. He then proceeded to shoot 214, so my tact of being the mush is still intact. So, but anyway, we're going to bring up Giselle Rao today. Thank you, Frank. Giselle Rao, New York bowler. Giselle, one of our youth bowlers. Congratulations. Come on in the middle.
How are you?
So, Giselle, you bowl for the New York girls, right?
I do.
You girls are a powerhouse, right? Okay, so how do you feel bowling for your high school team and bowling junior league? What do you feel is, I don't want to use the word pressure, but what do you feel more intense? Are you more intense bowling PSL, more intense bowling league?
More for PSL
Yeah.
because it's like I have to support, like everybody has to support
Right.
each other on the team.
Yep.
So like I have to do my part to help the whole team.
Right, okay, that's a terrific answer from a terrific young woman. Joe?
I had a question. Do you play any other sports? And the second part is, how did you get started with this sport?
I actually play softball, and I've been playing that since I was about 6. But I started bowling on the Friday leagues when I was a lot younger.
So you started on the Friday leagues and you found out, you know what, I like this.
Yeah.
It hooks you in. It does really
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
And now look at you now.
Yeah.
New York girls.
So Giselle, today you're going to go out, you're going to have some fun, you're going to bowl your best, you're going to relax, and just have a good time, right? Good luck today.
Thank you, Giselle.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ricky Longo, come on in, young fella. I had this young man pegged for a senior. He's only a sophomore. Shows you what I know. Well, welcome, Rick.
What's up,
Come on
Rick?
in, bud. So, Ricky, same thing. Another New York bowler. You see the theme here, folks? New York bowling. Ricky, so how many years have you been bowling? Have you started when you were younger? How young were you? When you started?
Since I was around 5 years old.
Okay.
10 years.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And you bowl league here on Friday,
Yep.
right? okay? And you have a pension, don't take this the wrong way, but your calling card is being late for tournaments. I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate you for being early today, because I said, I hope Ricky Longo shows up on time. And God bless him, he showed up on time. Right? You're the man, Rick. Did anyone threaten you to show up on time today? Or no? Or you just felt your mom did. Great job, Mom. That's a great job. So, Ricky, today you're going to be bowling against some of your fellow youth bowlers with possibly the opportunity to take on some of the heavy hitters. So, what's your game plan today?
Just try my best and hopefully don't break my ball.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Giuseppe, you got a question for Ricky?
If by any chance, if you put the work in and you do advance and pass match 1, what would it be like to be bowling against a guy like Sean McCall? You can be honest, because they're two of the best around.
Just looking at him, I can tell I would probably be a little bit scared.
Well, guess what? You don't have to be scared. You know why?
They're great
Two
guys.
of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet.
Yeah.
Fierce competitors.
Right.
But that's, if you're learning,
Yeah.
that's how you have to be. You can be as nice as they are, but inside, you have to have that fire as you move forward.
I bowl for Wagner now.
He both for Wagner, so there's the rivalry there. And Lillian is also one of the top adult bowlers out there too, from the women's side. She also a wonderful, wonderful woman. Her son Nick bowled with my son Joe many years ago, right? And she's be careful. You have to bowl her. You're gonna have your hands full. You know. Thank you, Rick.
Rick, thank you.
Now Jason Wisnovich is still out there bowling because I think they're in like the 7th or 8th frame. So maybe we'll bring up one of the adults and let's on cue Lillian Rivera. Come on up, Lillian. Congratulations on being here today.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob
Rob
Tagliani.
Tagliani has got balloons and a ball and everything right on cue. So Lillian, what's your plan of attack today as you take on two of the top bowlers out on the island?
Just gonna bowl.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna think about that.
Yeah?
Just bowl.
Okay, and Lillian comes from the left-hand side, so the infamous,
So
how's
it's
the
all
left?
mine.
How's the left? It might come into play. That's very good. You might have a little bit of an edge over these guys because you have a good look there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Joe?
Possibly.
Well, Lillian, you know, most love underdogs, so I'm not going to lie. There'll be people standing behind the set saying, can you imagine if Lillian pulls this off? So, ruthless.
We love you guys, but root for Lillian.
That would be fun, because you know underdogs. But best of luck today, and everyone's going to be pulling you, and you never know.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lillian.
Excellent.
Good luck. Good luck. Are we in scheduling conflict here? Okay. Are we good? Yeah, less than 5. All right, Sean McCullough. Come on up, young
Sean McCullough of Wagner.
Sean McCullough of Wagner, FDNY, fireman right here. Sean, congratulations on getting here again.
Thank you.
How many class of champions have you done? No way. Really? See, I did my homework, but the guy seems like he's in it every year. But you're always in, but you have won the tournament before, yes?
Yeah,
Either team or
singles team,
right,
doubles,
singles team, right. So what's your plan today? If you have to bowl against one of the youth bowlers, you're not going to take your foot off the gas pedal at all.
Absolutely not.
No, right? Be careful because your mom is standing.
I just hope that I don't have to make a 7-pin to win it.
Let's not even go there. Happens to the best of us. In your honor, I flagged one the other night too.
Oh, yeah.
That happens. You know?
About that.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, if you notice, we never even brought it up, because these things happen. I mean, it's
We're all
sports.
humans. We're all humans.
You know, it is what it is. I mean, are we going to harp on that, or the fact that we got to that point?
Never.
Everyone else was watching in the back
Yeah.
who did not get to that point.
Right.
It's just, it was just a lapse. It's not a big deal, and if it happens again, you'll make it 99 out of 100. So,
Yeah.
but best of luck today.
Good luck today, Sean.
I'm a big fan. So is
No,
Joe.
it was a great event,
Yeah.
and you know, it's on USBC.
Yeah.
It's growing, and
Yeah.
I'm really just happy to be part of it.
So we're happy you're here.
Yep.
Good luck
Thanks,
today.
thank you.
And Danny Dunleavy, come on in, young fella. We're gonna hold our family up here, everybody. So Danny, Clash of the Champions, is this your inaugural one?
This is my first
This
one.
your first one also? I didn't want to speak out of turn there again. So, now, but you've won portions of this tournament before?
Yeah, I won
Team?
doubles a couple times.
Doubles, right.
Team last year.
Okay, good. So again, I'll ask you the same layup question. If you have to bowl one of our youth bowlers today, no taking your foot off the gas pedal at all.
No,
Absolutely not, right?
I got bills to pay.
You got bills to pay. Danny has 3 children, a new baby girl. He's got bills to
If I
pay.
beat one of the kids, I'll buy him a pizza and a soda.
There you go. You heard that, kids,
You
right?
know the pizza's good, so
Of
it's
course.
really a win-win.
Of course. Just one. Of course. Of course.
One bite, everybody knows once.
Of course. So Dan, you today you're going to be bowling against your good buddy Sean and Lillian, who, as we just said, has the left side.
Yeah.
So what do you think today? Do you think it's going to be you kind of consider yourself favorite, chalk, or you and Sean 1 and 1A, or?
I mean, I've never seen Lillian bowl, so, you know, and
Be
the
careful.
left side's the
She's
left
good.
side, so.
She's good.
I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good match.
Will be.
I think it's gonna take at least 250 to win though.
I agree.
With handicap.
It's with the
Oh,
handicap.
I forgot.
I'll say low.
Joe, I'm actually getting a few pins from Sean because
Let's bring that up.
Yeah.
This is going to be great
Yeah.
tonight. If it ever came down to the couple of pins that Sean has to give Danny,
Right.
because Sean had to shoot 780 the last
Right.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
He had to do it. As
Yeah.
Danny said, no need for it. But no,
Yeah.
serious. That would be kind of funny. But
It would be.
they, pretty much.
They're on par, and they're good friends. So let's see what happens. Dan, wish you luck, big
Thanks,
guy.
Joe.
Go get him.
Big Dan.
Go get
Thanks,
him.
Dan.
Folks, I think we're going to be moving this to the outside, and we're waiting on Jason to get done.
I just sent somebody for him.
Oh, okay.
He's coming down? Okay,
Is he
so.
coming down right now? So we got Jason coming in, who's a power lefty, even though he's about this big, and you'll be able to see it today. It's kind of fun to watch.
Hopefully he'll be coming down. He's actually getting on the approach table.
Oh, okay. So you want to shut it down?
Yeah,
Move it out? We'll get him
So
outside. So
we're
the
gonna
next,
move it outside.
the next view that you guys have is going to be on the set area, which is always a great view. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
See you in a minute. See you in a minute.
Dan, good?
We're out. We're out. Still home. We're out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Ricky. Here you go. Ricky. They're good.
Yes, so we are on. So Alexa, can you please give us the president of the USBC? Boom, and here he is.
Big E.
Jim, the Big E, Jim Episcopia. Jim, welcome, buddy.
Welcome, Jim.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for doing this.
Oh, it's always our
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
You know that.
So it's always great to get a handful of bowlers together, go down on the lanes, bowl it out, and people love to watch. It's getting bigger and bigger. We love to watch. You know, I would watch any two people bowl.
That's
I don't know
right.
about you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
We
to
watch
be
anybody.
Jason Belmonte versus whoever.
Right.
I'll watch anyone bowl.
Right.
My experience is that you guys are the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Really?
This is
Wow.
true, yes.
There's
I'm
no
telling
pressure
you.
there. There's no
Well,
pressure.
Some people said we are bigger than Bitcoin and bigger than Fortnite, but I don't know.
And probably Amazon too.
Maybe I'm involved. Definitely in New
We
York.
can't
with
keep
it.
Amazon in New York.
Yeah.
At least we got YouTube.
You guys just got up.
So what we're going to do is we're going to see two matches down here. We're going to analyze it. We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to get the winners together, and we're going to crown someone.
Yeah, and what we do is we have the 4 all events winners from last year, male, female, boys and girls, and we have them duking out on the lanes. And it's a handicap tournament, so they don't have to fear like the Dunleavys and the McAuliffes, you know.
Yep. And we're kicking off a new season of tournaments, right?
A new well, this is our last tournaments of the season.
But it's,
you know, whoever wins the men's ball event, they'll be next year.
We'll be interviewing them, right?
So,
yeah.
well, in fact, we'll have you guys down here.
We'll be back again.
All the time.
Yeah,
Can you
why not?
imagine the technology that Frank's going to have for
Look
us?
at what he came up with now. By
Yeah.
next year, forget it. We might have hard hats on. I don't know.
With drones.
Drones going over. Well, Jim,
All right.
So,
Jim?
so thank you very much.
Thanks for all you
I
do.
would,
Thank you for all you do.
I would like to talk a little bit more, but I have pressing
have
business
work
to
do.
in the tournament. hall.
Yes, you have
Yes,
work
yeah.
to do. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. So we're still waiting on Jason Wisnovich to come down, right? We're still waiting on Jason. So, Frank, we're bowling on lanes 29 to 32, right? Okay. So,
29 to 32, which is right in front of us. We're going to get our chairs, Joe.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
got our
spin it right.
chairs. Yep.
Go back to the
How's
center.
Jason? We got to get Jason down here. We're ready. Okay, we finally have our last interviewee today.
You liking this?
Jason Wisniewicz. He's in the Joe and Joe show right now. We're not in Studio 710 anymore. We had to evict for a What'd you shoot in league today?
670.
Only 670. That's all. I did that the other night. I was doing cartwheels.
Oh, I would
He
love
shot
a
out
670. I could use a
Yeah.
670 on Monday.
He had a 277 his first game today. I told him he might have to save it for some of his competitors today. So Jay, what's your plan of attack today? First, you got to take on some of your youth friends, and then if you're fortunate enough to get out of there, you got to bowl some of the heavy hitters here. What's the game plan?
Honestly, just to keep repeating shots and don't miss easy spares.
Okay.
And just to stay in the match.
Okay. Which is the answer I knew he would give. I would have said run and hide if I got a ball on it.
Oh, I like those answers, by the way.
Yes.
Don't miss any easy spares.
Yeah.
Stay in the pocket. And go frame to frame. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But you're looking at a power lefty.
Yes.
So what?
Packs a powerful
With
punch.
his size.
Yes.
So you're going to see a ton of reps, a
Yeah.
ton of power.
Yeah.
Coming from a small frame, and I'm a fan of a small frame.
Yeah, absolutely. I am too.
In fact, 'cause I got one of the small frame
Yeah,
people right here. My son Joe.
That's right.
So
That's
I'm
right.
a fan of the small frame. The big
And
man comes up tonight.
speaking about the
This
small
is his
frame,
bodyguard, by the way.
there's Anthony Pizzarusso, the
Pizzarusso is
anti-small
Jason's
frame.
bodyguard.
Yes, the anti-small frame. Maya Avila is another noodle bowler. Runaway noodle bowler.
Yes, we are.
We're on the air. Yes, we are.
I think Anthony was worried that maybe too many questions for Jason should step
Yeah, he
in.
jumped in. That's okay.
Work. I love it.
And Maya too. Bye, honey. See ya.
So, are we ready to get rolling here?
I think we're ready to get rolling.
All right, Jay, best of luck.
Thank you, bud. Thank you, bud. Good luck today. I like to look at Jason as a Norm Duke type from the left side. Same kind of build and all that,
But I'm going to say his backswing is more like
Yeah.
Jason Howard.
yes,
I will see it today.
Yep.
He's a young, small
he is.
Jason Howard.
He is. Packs a lot of wallop in that little body. Has a lot of revs. I think he has more revs than me and you combined. Not maybe, definitely. Yep. But so we're going to get the action started soon, and looks like the youth bowlers, or as Joe Pesci said, the youths will be on 29 and 30, and the adults will be on 31 and 32. So we're going to get going soon.
Sean is speaking with his ball rep right now.
Yes, he
Stephen
is.
Ennis.
Detective
over.
Ennis, there he is. Detective Ennis, NYPD
Also,
and FDNY.
his Sean's ball rep.
That's it. Yep. Yep. And Danny's son is enjoying that pretzel over there.
Sean thinks
Little
that,
Dan, saying hello.
Which ball is Sean going to start with today?
He's using the round ball today. Good choice. Good choice.
All right, I'm moving the booth
Yeah,
up.
let's move the booth up. Yep. Let's move it up. There we go. So, you know what, Joe? Maybe I can pick up a few pointers because I have to bowl, as I said, at 1 o'clock. So maybe I'll pick up a few pointers from the kids.
Wait, so your thing is starting at 1 o'clock? This
Yeah.
is good. I get to watch.
Yeah, a little bit. We were supposed to bowl March 3rd, like I said, but one of the guys couldn't make it, so we had to push it up to today. But,
No,
we're good. We're good. We're just shooting the breeze here. Shooting the breeze. as
So
get
we got
ready
a
to
team
start.
event at 1 o'clock.
Yes,
something
we do.
to watch.
Women and the men.
They'll get started right after this.
Yes, I got to get my stuff. I got to hurry up. Yeah.
Do we have the hound dog in the building?
The hound dog will be here. He might. I don't know if he's here yet, but he'll be here soon. We have our very own Ernest Borgnine, Donnie Flint.
Okay.
He's our Ernest Borgnine lookalike. He's down there. He's bowling today.
Anyone else on tap?
I didn't look at the team sheet to see. I mean, we got our team.
Kamada?
We got Donnie's team.
Yeah, well,
Matt
yeah.
Kopowitz, he's bowling some King of the Hill. Or
Knuckleheads.
something.
He's in Lodi.
You know,
Dan, he's in Lodi.
Thundercrack, the kid is back. I think he's bowling with Real Chatman. I'm not sure. I'm not.
He'll post about it.
He'll post about it later on, I'm sure, no matter what he shoots. But, well, maybe not if he doesn't shoot that well. But in any event, looks like they're all bringing their. Look at Jason, Joe. He's got the PBA type bag.
Yeah.
Right?
Jay Wish.
Yep.
He's already named.
Jay Wish. I like
Jay Wish.
Jay Wish. We gave him a nickname.
He's a young, skinny Jason Couch.
As Danny throws his first practice ball. Sean and Lillian.
Let's see
and
how
Danny.
ball rep Stephen Ennis set up.
Yeah.
Sean. It was around.
No, double pinochle on the first practice shot. Good job, Ennis. That's a good job. Yeah. Only used around one. Yeah, no, so you might wanna try another one.
Where's Timmy Mack?
Yeah, where's your brother? Is he bowling today? Who you bowling with today?
That is Kenny, and
45 wrong.
We're on 45. Yeah. Oh, man. Come on in the booth.
How's it going?
I got my pizza.
Nice shirt. I got my strong shirt on too. Here comes Mike Gio. Joe, would you do me a favor? I need my stuff out of the locker. I'm not going to have time. My keys in my jacket pocket. Sorry,
I'm glad you're here with us.
Yeah, I got a roto grip shirt.
Jill,
Came in the mail.
You can't carry all three. You can't carry.
Yeah, every went to Vegas. Every shirt for what I'm throwing.
So if you want to, you can just close the locker, don't lock it. All right. My shoes, the one that's bring my keys. Whoa, almost had an accident there, Joe.
He
See, Joe, Lillian's got the whole left side there.
Oh, I can give a shout out, though. Let's give a shout out.
You want to give a shout out?
Yeah.
Sure.
Our good friend Christian Ruiz.
Christian Ruiz,
Packing
300.
12.
Yes, 300 again the other night.
With the Brunswick method, who he recommended to me.
That's right.
I'm having a little success throwing that ball pretty good.
Yeah, it apparently worked for him. So
it's good to see it. You know, I like when everybody posts the videos. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we're not there.
Right.
So old days we used to just hear about it.
We used to
You know,
hear
like
about
hey,
it.
so
Right.
so shot 200. Now with social media, we get to watch the last two shots.
Yeah.
It's kind of
it's pretty good. Thanks to Tom McGrone for getting that on video the other night.
Their averages.
Okay, thank you, Nez. Thank you, Nez. It's on the, I thought it was, right? It's on.
Oh, you check it? This is all no mics. It's picking in the eye.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so what do we have? Our tournament coordinator, Naz Lawson, just handed us a sheet of paper with tons of info on it.
Yes, averages, handicap.
So in the youth match,
Yep.
Giselle is
158.
at 158 getting
73
73.
pins.
Ricky's 171 getting 62.
Jason is
Jason
209,
is 209
getting 27.
So we have to go with the difference of those.
Yep.
And in the adult match, we got Sean at 235 getting 4. Danny 224 getting 14. So he was right, Danny. There is a 10 pin difference.
He's right.
And Lillian at 175 is getting 58.
That's right.
So it's anybody. These two matches are
Saturday
completely wide open
callers,
based on that.
parents, please remember that our week ends on March 16th. Come to the destination.
And good to see that Giselle is shooting her spares in practice because Staten wins. So that's good. She's practicing her spares. My daughter is being kind enough to go to my locker and get my stuff because I have to bowl at 1 o'clock. So she's going to get all my stuff for me, bring it down here.
Right, come on in a second. Just to make sure.
So you got I got to step away for a minute.
So basically, Jason's got to win this match by 35 and by 46, right? Correct?
Correct.
So
Winner.
correct. So Sean needs to be ahead of Lillian by 54.
Yep.
Just so we know, in a one game handicap match.
That's it. One game only.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Jill Calabro will come back to the desk.
You know,
Tell you guys to stop rolling
couple
your
of
eyes.
things here and there. You know, the race is on. I'm just saying, it's not, you know, this is going to be this is as even as it can get. It's one game match.
Yes, sir.
So this is
Thank you, Ennis.
Hey, Joe.
Thank you, Detective Ennis.
this is Lillian's second appearance.
Second appearance. Okay. Well,
I'm
really
gonna have to ask her how she finished last time. I don't recall.
Yeah. I'll
Second shot at
I'll
it.
get that info. You know what? I'm going to ask her husband George.
Correct. Great game. Fantastic crowd. Chris Clancy tournament MVP. Playing fantastic. Went down, the JV game went down to the final seconds. The varsity game went down to the final seconds in front of a packed house. I was not there, but I was getting updates throughout the night. And, the three best programs right now in basketball is St. Peter's, first, and South. And it happened again. And Any work will win, and St. Peter's won. And Liam Murphy played last night, which is coming off injury. He happens to be a junior. My son plays baseball together.
All right, nice.
Tremendous talent.
Nice. Is he a great coach?
No, he's Snug Harbor.
Snug Harbor, okay.
Chris Clancy was a great coach, kid, though.
Okay.
And congratulations, Eagles.
Congratulations, St. Petey. Nice job. So we're down to the last 3 minutes of practice, Joe, and then we're going to start the festivities.
What I was saying was these levels in a one-game match that even is going to get, because William, throws a double early.
Immediately,
there's tremendous amount of pressure.
Of course.
And the same thing with Jason on this side.
Yeah. Yep, one of the lower average.
If his competitors get an early double, it's going to force him to have to start to get into the 230 range.
That's right.
Where when you start to think, I have to shoot 230, it's even harder to do, rather than just pull,
That's right, yep. Yeah, when you have to press a little bit, you have to press a little bit. Jojo, what's up, kid?
Jojo. Let's look what Mommy said.
Getting text from Mom. Thank you. Thank you. I will. Okay, we're on the air here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, we're actually
from the bottom, the second one up. This key right here.
We want to congratulate Charles Esposito and Anthony Laverne for placing first.
Okay, we have a beautiful trophy here, Joe.
Can I hold this up?
Sure, you can hold it up. It's got to be in the front. There you go. That's the championship trophy today.
10th annual Clash of Champions champion.
That's right.
February 16th, 2019.
That's right. Goes to today's winner.
See my hand?
That's what they're bowling for, folks. And the adults are bowling for some monetary prizes. And the youth bowlers are bowling for scholarship points. So, lots at stake for us.
But that's what you see.
A lot on the line today. Practice is winding down. I noticed, Joe, in practice, Lillian's leading a lot of 7-pins. You may have to move a little bit to the left.
Or the other side of the point is, by the time the match begins, that one little more,
you may get that little extra red. That's true. Yeah.
Where's Jill?
Jill is getting my stuff out of the locker for me.
All right. So what's going to happen now is Jill, which is Joe Cal's personal assistant.
Yes, she's my valet today.
Is going to get my son Joe.
Yes.
A slice of pizza so he can be quiet for just another half hour.
Jojo, we're going to take care of that for you. Yep.
Right?
Jojo's ready for his game today. What time is his game today?
3:30 game.
3:30 game for Jojo.
And
is that the Holy Child Hawks?
Holy Child Hawks playoff game.
I like it.
Heavy underdogs today.
They're the dogs? Okay,
all you gotta do is just give max effort.
So was Villanova in 1985. Right. They were heavy underdogs.
So wonderful award provided today by
Country Pro Shop. That's right. One of our sponsors, Joe. We'll hold that up again, please.
Let's do that.
Country Pro Shop. One of our sponsors.
Frankie took our thing right. Is that in the middle?
Yes.
Centered right now.
In the middle, yes. Is in the middle? Okay. Country Pro Shop, one of our sponsors.
Pro Shop sponsored this wonderful award.
That wonderful.
Who also sponsors This Week in the Draft.
That's right. They're one of our show
every
sponsors.
Monday night.
That's right. Along with Gennaro's Pizza and our friend Marco. That's right. So, all right, Joe. The competitors look like they're ready to get rolling. Everybody's wishing each other good luck. As we say when we sign off on Monday nights, good luck and good bowling.
We stole that from Jimmy Elliott.
We did. Good luck and good bowling.
Hopefully there's no trademark.
Hopefully you don't have copyrights on that because we infringed upon it greatly.
I don't want to hire a lawyer.
And look at how happy my daughter looks like she's getting all my
There's no such
equipment.
thing. It doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just want to be on record that I am pulling for Giselle.
All right, the hound
And bowls
dog.
with my daughter Allison.
Yeah, we covered the
Team
noodle bowling
noodle. Team
thing.
noodle.
We covered it earlier.
I'm pulling for
It's all taken care of.
And we love when
Enjoy
Tony,
your pizza.
Tony Hound Dog is always in a good mood
Kenny
before
Sidell
bowling.
is here.
So if you want to talk to him, look at him laughing.
Not yet.
Talk to him right after the tournament.
Lillian opened up with a strike, Joe.
not just
Lillian opened up with a strike.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Oh, all right, Jason. All right.
A very unfair half a tenth start.
so the winner moves on. That's how this works. The high
Two
game
winners
moves on.
right here. Two winners. But we have handicap there, which is very big. All right, so Danny went further out right than he wanted.
Yes, he did.
And he left double with him on the
And
side.
Jason covers the 10 pin. Giselle covers her 10 pin. Okay, okay. All right. Forget the equipment. Could you do Joe a favor and get JoJo
Sean's pocket hit.
Can you get JoJo what a slice? You want nothing to drink? You don't want nothing to drink?
What do you want to do?
JoJo a slice and a nice tea one? A regular snapple?
Yeah, regular.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Yep. A slice and a snapple. Okay. Thank you. You got all of them? You got my shoes and everything too? Thank you. Okay, as my daughter takes care of getting my equipment for the 1 o'clock squad for me, Jason Wisnavich comes up. Nice shot, Joe.
Jay Wish with the flush. She flushed the first one too. She had two, but hey, that's all we're gonna do.
And Giselle coming
now
another
we're
10
finding
pin.
out Giselle's making
She's
spares.
making her spares. Spares pay the rent.
I don't, but
Yes, well, we've all been there, but you know, but she's doing a good job so far. Lillian, again, looks like she tripped to 7 again, Joe. A little excitement out of Lillian.
so what we talked about before it began is like if a Lillian can double early with the 54 pins. Now Lillian's going to be 54 up before we even begin.
That's right.
Now double, make it 64.
That's right.
There's only 10 frames.
That's right. So Lillian put the pressure on her competitors early, as he said.
Oh, this is math.
D. Dunn blows the rack out. No shot there. Nice shot by Danny.
Great balance.
A lot of red.
Great balance.
Great
Ton of
balance.
hands.
Ton of hands. Yep. Jason puts a lot behind that ball. So Ricky Longo, who also opened up with a quiet double, is up on 29. Ricky uses a lot of loft, Joe. And apparently it's working.
Ricky's lofting his own gun.
Yes.
By the way, Ricky
Giselle.
got the front three.
Ricky has front three. Giselle gets a strike. Yep.
But now Ricky, on the other hand, is going to be getting 35 pins from Jason. That's a drop. Let's go by the top roller of the group.
Yep.
Plus 35. So he's already at 20. He's got a 55 pin lead.
Yes, he does. I gotta tell you, Joe, Ricky channeling his Robert Smith from back in the PBA.
Channeling his Robert Smith.
Channeling his Robert Smith from back in the PBA days.
Double up for Danny.
Double for Dan. Let's see if Lillian can cover her spare here. She covers the 365 very nicely. Well done by Lillian. Makes her spare. Ricky Longo just flagged the 10 pin, but
We brought up a point before that, being that
the lower
the
average.
lower averages are getting 40, 50 pins. If they double early, it becomes a 50 to 60
Yeah, which they did.
deficit.
And Ricky Longo also opened up with a triple. So he put the pressure, but Jason needs this one. And he gets it. Packing a punch, Joe. Like I said, that little lefty has a wallop. Packs a wallop.
So now it's back to even in the 30 range.
And then
Ricky
Sean.
versus Jason.
Yep.
Sean doubled up, so now the Lillian head start is now taking away. Lillian is going to get 44 from Danny.
From Danny, 54 from Sean. There's a 10 pin difference. Giselle doubles up there, Joe.
Funny note, Hound Dog. Sean's giving Danny 10 pins.
Another strike for Lillian, Joe. She's a light mixer for Lillian on 32. Very nice shot. Lillian is keeping the pressure on her competitors.
Monty giving Anthony Simonson any pins tomorrow. That's what
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Simon hasn't been having a great year.
He's good.
No,
Jason missed that a little bit, Joe. He missed that a little left. And he left
fair
the
enough and move on, like you said before.
Yep. He left the 3-9 there. Ricky covers the 4-7. Nice job. PBA tour. Bowls tomorrow. On Fox.
I knew Pack was going to make it.
Danny comes up a little light.
And Randy said he doesn't carry.
Spare for Jason.
He went to 16 pounds.
Spare for Jason on 30. He covers the 3-9. Danny left the 2-4-5 on 31. Joe.
Yeah, it's the second time Danny's come up light.
Yeah, he's been a little light on that lane.
Really aggravated about that.
Yep. Sean,
He'll make this.
Sean goes the 3-bagger. Giselle
I'm
breaks
not
up the split.
understanding. I'm going to tell you right now, just from a quick handicapping point of view, I don't know how this stuff works.
I know.
He throws the ball better than
He
that.
throws the ball very well.
He
He throws the ball very well. And as you said, bowling for the New York girls, you have to bring your A game every week.
Jason back on.
Jason's back on the strike train. So, Giselle covers her spare. Well done. Does he want the pizza?
Yeah, no, he's... Alright, so he's got Lillian back up on 31.
Yep.
She's clean, and she would really step into this match.
Well, she yanked out a little bit. She yanked out a little, but that's okay. She left the baby split for the lefties, the 2-7.
Joe said that Ricky is channeling this Robert Smith.
A lot of walk. A lot of walk. Yep. Big strike for Giselle there, Joe. In the 7th frame. Strike up for Giselle. Danny needs this one. Needs it. Messenger. No, missed it. Yep. The head pin rolled across, but Danny didn't get the messenger. Ricky Longo channeling that Robert Smith, though.
Giselle,
Lillian.
Giselle is getting 46 pins from Jason and is up scratch on the 9, making that 55.
Oh, Jay just let up a little bit on that one.
I'm going to tell you right now that Giselle doubled in the 8th. Almost.
Danny flagged that 10 pin. You don't see that often. We talked earlier about the spam message, right? We don't see that often from Danny when we bowl draft league on Monday night. Danny never misses those. No. Sean on 31. Yep, Sean looks like he's not going to go quietly. He's going to keep his foot on the gas pedal right to the end. Sean is in good shape. Yeah, looking good.
Sean is short 5?
No, Sean is no. He had a spare in the first inning. He has 4 in a row. Strike for Giselle.
I'm going to make a call right now. Match on the left.
Yeah, Giselle.
Giselle is in a major driver.
Yeah, Jason. He almost got the carry there, Jason.
Ricky. Now we have to look at Ricky.
Ricky Longo.
We have to look at Ricky here.
Ricky, I think, lives by the creed: if the ball's in the air, it can't hook. I think,
That was Staten Pearl,
maybe. I'm not sure what Danny's throwing there, but.
Do updated match on the left again.
Yeah, Jason just we got to take that out.
That's going to be taken out.
Yep, Jason
now
missed
Ricky
the 7-10.
Ricky's also giving Giselle 11.
I know.
layout, got it back.
He got it back though. He tripped the 7-10 late. Sean tripped the 7-10 late. Yep.
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
No. Not yet. It's not over yet.
You got Giselle.
Yep.
Giselle is getting 11 from Ricky. Down 10.
Look out.
No, that ball sat. She got the hold on that. Nice shot, Giselle.
That was going behind.
No, she sat. She put it right in the oil. Giselle put that right in the oil and it held. Good shot. Good shot. Jason looks like he's kind of hit the wall. He bowled lead this morning. He might be running out of gas a little bit. Ricky Longo, Joe.
4 in a row.
Ball's in the air. It can't hook.
No, Ricky first.
Yeah, Jason is, looks like
Jason just went on tilt.
Yeah, Jason just
went on tilt.
Lost it a little bit there.
But young
back to
bowlers
back
have to
open.
understand, especially when they're on camera.
Jason's a terrific young bowler. Oh, that's split lead for Lillian there. That could be an issue. I thought she was going to trip the 5, but she didn't. Big shot for Giselle here. Oh, she carried it, Joe. She carried it. She's hearing it from the crowd. She's hearing it from the crowd. She carried that one. Yes, she is. Joe, I'm going to go on record and make a statement.
Oh, record. I love the record.
I'm going to go on record and make a statement.
Go ahead.
Jason may not have had his best game right here, but he'll be back. The young man will be back. He's a handful. Throws a great ball.
Hopefully he decides to go to William Patterson.
Tony giving a college plug.
He's loaded with talent.
Yep.
Shaking hands.
Jason, again, this was his fourth game today. He could be running out of gas a little bit. He bowled lead earlier today, shot 277 his first game in lead. So, big shot by Sean right there. Again, that's 6 in a row for Sean. Giselle. Yeah, I don't think I am either, because I'm sitting here. Yeah.
Great game from Giselle.
Great game, Giselle. 236.
It's hard to beat 309.
Yes, it's hard to beat 309, Sean just said. And he's right about that. Hard to beat 309. Sean did the math real quick on that. Ricky Longo says, I'm not going away just yet. No?
No, does he go to 47?
He goes to...
Does he go to 47?
47.
We have a possibility of a
We have a
tie.
possibility of a tie, as Nelson Merton said.
We got a tie in the next year.
Yep.
He needs the next two, correct?
The next two gives him 47.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Oh, Giselle's the winner, folks. She's going to advance into the championship. Great run by Ricky, though.
It would have been 57, I believe.
You sure?
39 already.
No. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's do the man real quick here.
Well, no, the question I'm asking is...
Good cover by Ricky.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. That's a 305. He lost by 4 pins. Yep. So, yeah, the handicap, good job, Giselle. Good job by Ricky and good job by Jason. That's okay.
The final match is going to be on 31 and 32 or 33 and 34?
31 and 2, right? 31 and 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Sean McCullough coming out of the
Looks like Sean against Giselle. And as Sean so aptly put earlier, he's representing Wagner. So it'll be Wagner against Newdorf. As Sean channels his high school days, Wagner versus Newdorf. Yep. So let's see if Lillian covers us there. Well done. Well done.
Sean needs to be ahead of Lillian by 54.
Yep.
So Sean needs to be the 230, which he is.
Yeah, he looks to be on his way, Joe.
No.
Oh, maybe not. We might have spoke out of school there. We might have spoke too early.
Very hard.
Yeah. Yep. We might have spoke out of turn. So this is not over yet, by any stretch.
This should be good. This should be good.
He should be. You know, Sean has a propensity to make these.
This is going to go, it's going to be 214.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
238, right?
Yeah, 230.
Got to be like 54. Double.
He goes out, he's 240.
190.
If Sean goes out, he's 248. If he goes out.
If she doubles,
Yes. Yes. There's one. He threw one.
get 4.
So yeah. And there's a good friend comes over to me and says, what happened to Sean Blowett? There's a good friend. But only as a good friend could say. But we take no offense to that.
No, not yet. Let's take a look here. Sean needs a
Yeah, no, Lillian just threw a washout, Joe, so Sean gets them off. He done covered his 10 pin. Danny had a tough time with carry today, folks. Danny was around the pocket all day as usual, but his carry, different story today. Danny had a little bit of Joe Cal and Joe Bruno carry today. So it's, you know. Yeah, well, and it's, you know, they're bowling on the fresh, so Oh, are we getting shout outs there?
Well, you know, Real Chatman just joined us.
Real Chatman has joined us. Is he biking his way around Staten Island today?
He might be. He might
Okay.
Hang on, Real Chatman. Sean is him off there.
Yeah. Sean has some on. Yeah.
Oh, we love him.
There you got it. Sean is your winner, folks. Sean is your winner.
And Artie is joining us from down the block.
Artie is joining us from down the block. Artie can open up his living room window and reach out and touch us. That's how close he is. Not to mention the fact he's 8'7", but you know, Artie is watching. So some of our friends, Joe, are tuning in. It looks like my dog Joe is enjoying his son JoJo's company as he chows down on his pizza. He's housing that pizza. Yep. And it looks like Sean is going for 248 here with another one, plus his 4 pins. Well, let's give Sean 244, plus 4, 248. The round one worked. The round ball worked.
Sean, you're up against 309 and 305.
Okay. My friends are blowing up my phone here while I'm on the air, but that's quite all right. I'll answer that later.
Good luck, Sean.
I'm sorry? Rao, R-A-U, Giselle Rao. Our final match is on 29 and 30. Yep. Giselle Rao of Udall High School. Remember Sean Bacall from Wagner High School.
Of Susan Wagner.
Remember the old LA Dodger picture, Joe?
It's going to be
A lot.
69.
69 pins. Yep.
I got the girl for whatever anybody wants.
Danny is putting the money on Giselle. So he said
69.
And so is Sean. So is Sean.
The true handicap.
Yes, the true handicapper, folks. We don't need a racing form for this one. We know right out in front of us what we got.
Giselle,
So,
take no prisoners.
yep. Giselle, remember, it's Newdorf versus Wagner now. So you got to represent. Right? There you go.
Tournament director.
Naz Larson, tournament director, puts in the names and the handicaps, and we'll be ready to go momentarily. 4.
It's a high number.
In honor of Rusty Staub, the old man. Rusty Staub, see, I knew that, Naz. Number 4, La Grande Daron. La Grande Daron. Formerly of the Montreal Expos, then to the Mets. But Joe, what I was saying earlier was, Giselle shares the same last name with the old LA Dodger pitcher, Doug Rao. Back in the day, Tommy Lasorda's Dodgers.
Remember that
Doug
name.
Rao, the lefty. Yep. Yes, I am. Well, I'm getting up there. Yep. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Okay, we're ready to go, folks. We are ready to go. 69 pins. I got to tell you, Joe, I like being up here in the catbird seat. I like it. It's a lot better than being on the lane.
59. Right now. Championship.
Sean, yes, he might. That might be. We might see history. We might see history there. Possible.
Oh, yeah, no backing down.
Giselle right back at him with a strike.
Good luck, Joey.
And Sean gives the old I have my hands full. So
She throws the ball a lot better than the game.
yes, she
Tell
does.
you that.
Yes, she does.
Still a ball better than 150.
Oh, nice ball by Giselle. 6 pin just went around the 10 there, Joe.
Yes.
That was a good shot.
That look a little left.
A little bit. A little bit.
Junior. Sophomore.
Giselle's a sophomore. Sophomore in high
She
school.
made 3. That's her 3rd 10
Yep.
she made. If this was us,
I
I guess I lose
know. I know. Yeah, without a doubt.
probably 2 and I make 1.
Yeah, they are covering their stairs beautifully. The youth bowlers today, a lot to be proud of. The future of the game is in good hands. Yes.
The PBA call last night.
Yes.
It would have hit the head pin on 31.
Yeah. Yes, it
It would
would.
have hit the gutter, hopped over,
Yep.
and possibly would have won step.
But Sean has more revolution on his ball than Christopher Columbus had going around the globe, which he thought was flat. And then he found round, but revolution. So he's using the round ball. A little history lesson for those folks. Nice shot by Sean.
Reds is one thing. Yeah. But it's consistency
Yes.
of the reps that makes it.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people will say, yeah, I throw the ball, I throw wood around, but it's the fact of consistency that makes it a top bowler.
Yep. Giselle, put it down, Joe. Got it inside, a little bit of hammock. Put it down a little inside hammock. Left to 6'10".
I know, it's it. Yeah, they're watching that kettle. I would have definitely went, but she was. No, I know.
So let's see if Giselle can cover her spare, Joe. Keep her in the game.
As long as she gets it outside,
I got it.
all right. So
Good
now
job by Giselle.
we're hovering around a 49 pin lead.
Yes.
With Giselle.
Yes. Oh, we got everyone's bringing their kids today. Rob D'Onofrio, Gordine, Joe has JoJo. No, you're okay. That's all right. You're just saying how the little guys are here today.
Great shot from Giselle. She's in fantastic shape.
Great shot by Giselle.
Sean needs to continue to throw. He's got to go big. He's probably going to have to go into the upper. He's going to have to go above 250.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, he's off to a start, but
Yes. At least. Uh-oh, Sean stuck a little bit there. But he still manages to carry it, even on the stick. Sean usually has the big wire brush for his shoe. He's going to reach for it right now.
yeah,
It's like
he's one of those wire.
It's similar to what you clean the barbecue with, like when you clean the barbecue grill.
Yeah.
That's super. Mr. Kino is here.
Come on, step in.
Mr. Kino has arrived.
Which one?
Rob Amato. The folks at the desk are going to get their Powerball tickets ready because Mr. Kino has arrived.
He cured that one.
Nice shot by Sean.
And ladies and gentlemen, Rob Amato, step on in.
Mr. Kino.
Step on in. There's so many legends in the ball.
There's a lot of legends today. Giselle, Joe, she needs this one. Oh, good shot by Giselle. Again, the 6 flew right around the 10, like one of her earlier shots.
Oh, that would have been huge. See, that would have, she would have stayed clean with that double. She would have been a 2 always.
Yes.
Which is, what did we say, 69?
Yes. 69. Uh-oh. See, you know what? That's her first missed spare today, Joe. Giselle's been all over her spares. She tugged that one in a little bit. She paid for it. So give Sean a little bit of breathing room. Not much, but a little bit. If the handicap is coming into play. All right, 6-10 for Giselle. Joe, I want to go back to one of the youth bowlers that bowled the last match. Ricky Longo is off on the.
Check it out.
I'm checking out the brush. Ricky Longo is off on the left-hand side, still bowling. God bless him. He's a fun young man too. Here's Sean's brush, folks. Here's the brush. Can we see it? We have it. We have the brush.
Yeah, it's right off his barbecue this morning.
Right off the barbecue. Sean, yep, right off the barbecue. He cleaned the grill, and now he's wiping his shoe. So whatever works. Oh, Sean paid the price for that one. He let up a little bit. He went a little bit soft there. I'm going to return his brush in case he needs it.
Here's where we are. Here's where we are, folks. One open.
There might be a little barbecue sauce on the brush.
One open puts you in the 260s.
Yeah.
He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
So, all Giselle has to do is throw one double.
Right.
And stay clean.
That's right.
And this match is over.
Yeah. That's where it hurts Sean.
And that's myself giving Sean the rest.
Yes.
That puts him at 260.
Yeah, which is not a stretch giving Sean to go off the sheet. To go cheat the rest of the way is not a stretch. Sean, one of the better bowlers on Staten Island, so he's capable of anything really. Once he starts striking, as we saw last night. And in the pit, though.
I just want to do that one time.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
And you know what I want to bring up on today's Southgate? Frank Wilkinson is not a big. Okay?
Yeah, well, he is right now, but he is right now. Listen.
He is too good.
I was.
Listen.
He is too good.
Nice shot by Giselle.
I have more games so far this year than I have in the last 4.
Yes. Well, now that
that says something.
well, now that your run as the USBC president is over, we get to have you back here more every week now.
Yeah,
So it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Just because I'm not a B doesn't mean that we do well as a team. We're doing all right this time.
Oh, Giselle, good shot. That was a great shot. That was a great shot, Giselle. Let's see if she can cover her span, Joe. To your point, though, Joe, if she would have doubled.
No, one double there,
Yeah.
and then two marks.
Yeah.
You can win.
Yep.
You gotta skid over there.
Oh, she tugged it a little bit. It's okay. It's
Door
okay.
open.
Door's open for Sean a little bit. Now, if Sean comes back here with a double, you know, that's going to put him in the driver's seat. In spite of the handicap, but we'll see. Oh, 10 pin for Sean. You know, Joe, on that one, the messenger did not come across.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'd be the first to tell you that it's possibly maybe a little left, a little too much head oil spot, not enough back there.
Yeah, no, that didn't snap back.
This is going to be 65, 85, 245.
All over the 10 pin for Sean. Yep.
Follow me here. 245 max for Sean.
Right.
And 24 low. So this is right on the number. So great. Right on.
Yep.
69.
Yep. 69. That's right. Yep. So let's see how Sean sets up in the foundation.
Are you bowling today?
Out of the game.
He's out of the pretty tired. Big shot for Sean in the foundation. Nice. Keno and golf.
John Baronello Jr. has joined in.
Yes.
Co-host of This Week in the Draft.
Yes. Oh, Giselle, get the messenger. Oh! Giselle gets the messenger, folks. And Sean, being the good sport that he is, first one over there to slap a 5. Good sport, Sean. He saw that pin coming across the deck, and he was rooting it on too. The competitor. He was rooting on that pin.
And so here we go. So if Giselle marks here,
Yeah.
come out of that there.
Very good
Come
shot.
out of that there.
Oh, good shot by Giselle. She threw that good. Very good shot.
Joe Campbell.
Yes.
Forces Sean.
Yes. Good shot. Roll up. You got it. You gotta roll up. Oh, I thought she had it. My fault, my bad. I thought she had it. Okay. 162 for Giselle. Looked like she had it from back here. Get the angle.
First one.
Yeah.
Sean needs the first one. Joe, add that up quickly.
For Sean?
No, it's going to be 231.
231. 231.
He needs the first one. Sean needs this to win. And
Oh! I think we got to win it.
Giselle is the winner.
Yes. I believe she is, Joe. Let's do the math real quick.
He's going to win.
You got it.
Yeah.
He won. 6 pins.
That's it. Sean flagged it.
Just let him know. It doesn't matter anyway.
That's
Sean.
right. Nice job, everybody. Nice job. Sean, it didn't matter.
Sean,
It didn't matter. Yeah, it was out. Yep. Giselle Rao, folks, is our
Ladies and
champion.
gentlemen,
Giselle Rao, Newark High School.
champion.
Where to the champions? Champion Giselle. Well done. And on cue, Newark has beaten